Chris, and this is Lockdown Lounge Last Call, where we have those conversations that people like to have at the bar. Hi, Vanessa.
Hey, y'all. What's up?
So Vanessa and me already been kikiing from the first video. So if you want to get to know Vanessa a little more, you better watch that video first.
Yeah.
Get into our conversation today. So like we said on the previous video, Vanessa is multi-talented. She wrote the lyrics for Lockdown Lounge, the song that plays after the videos. She sung for the Lockdown Lounge song, and she is an actress, singer, amazing bartender extraordinaire, and my good friend for many, many years. So the conversation we're going to have today is about how people with these big careers or dreams or aspirations to be something other than a bartender use the bar as their side hustle to get towards these dreams, and what things hinder them from reaching their dreams while working at the bar. So Vanessa, what would be your biggest advice to somebody who has the bartending as a side hustle and has a big career dream? What is your advice about keeping the balance?
I think, one has to take more precedence than the other, because you get more sucked in. I'll say, like, you get sucked into bartending, you get sucked into the restaurant industry. They need you more. You're a good worker. You're reliable. You're good at your job. Mm-hmm. Someone can't show up to their shift. So can you come pick up? And then before you know it, you're working, full time. And the great thing about the restaurant industry is the flexibility. So that's why so many performers work. It's like, hey man, like I'd be like, Myris, look, I got this thing going on. Can you cover my shift? I know you just worked a double yesterday. I'd save my life and work this shift for me. And people either come through for you, and that way you get to keep your job.
My response would usually be, you're buying the first round.
More than that. Buy your whole tab. and so that's how people can kind of like work around keeping the job that gives them the funds to do their passion and their art. I think that it's very easy to get sucked in the restaurant industry. And just from my own personal experience, I was in a time in my life where I was performing and I knew a lot of events in advance. And so I'm lucky to work at a place where for so long that they work with me. And so I give them enough notice where, even one time I took off 5 weeks to move to Long Island to live in a hotel with my sister and do a weird show.
Who was also a singer, actress, and her twin.
Yeah.
So, hilarious story about Rachel, who is also amazing, is the first time I met Rachel, I thought she was Vanessa.
It's the greatest trick ever.
So I see her thinking she's Vanessa, and I give her this big greet, and I'm like, what up, girl? And she goes, hey, boo. And she gave me this big hug. And I said, girl, I thought you was off today. She was like, yeah, I decided to come in and say hi. Yep. Whole conversation with me. And then I find out that she's Rachel, not Vanessa. So I go, Rachel, why did you let me do all that? She's like, well, you seem so nice. And I just didn't want to break your heart and tell you I wasn't Vanessa. So she was like, I wanted you to greet me like that. It was nice.
Yeah. So the way as a twin, the way we look at it is like, I know it would be so much better if Rachel was like here with me right now. You could see like we're identical twins. The greatest twin trick of all is to not tell anyone you're twins. And sometimes I genuinely forget to tell people, especially working in a restaurant, meeting new guests, regulars. You're meeting people at such a rapid rate and they only see you at work. You forget to mention, oh, hey, yeah, I'm an identical twin. And then, they see her and it's just like, But Rachel and I are performed together for many years, and we were living in Long Island for like 5 weeks. And the only reason we both got to do that was because we were able to work with our employers in the restaurant industry, and they were like, you suck for leaving, but we'll make it work. And it's kind of crazy. It's like almost like you were never there.
Honey, look around you. To everyone here who matters, you're vapor. You're spam.
Right? Like the restaurant is a machine that just takes
they
over.
try to act like they're not a machine. They act like the sky's gonna fall if you
Right.
leave for a week or two.
Make
But
you feel real guilty about it.
I'm about to say, it's a machine.
Yeah.
Everybody's replaceable. And they like to tell you that and threaten you with that when you try to leave, which is a whole nother conversation we can have another
Exactly. I would say, sorry, I would say for myself too, like, because you know, I'm a tourist, so I'm like super, I want to be loyal. I want to do a good job. I don't want to upset anyone. Like, I feel a lot of real comfort in that, having gone through some experiences like with performing, juggling, performing and working in the restaurant industry. That realizing that like me being gone, it might hurt them a little bit at first, but it's a machine, it goes on without you. And so you can performers kind of like take comfort in that, or like, you know, just are like, I'm good, I do me, I'm going to do my thing. The restaurant's always going to do its thing. And in a way, yes, you are unfortunately replaceable, but you know, that's kind of why they go so good together, performing and industry. And you utilize a lot of skills while you're speaking with people, taking their orders, making their drinks. It's almost like a form of entertainment. Like, why do people come out to bars and hang out and get to know their bartenders?
Oh my God. You want to talk about someone being on stage? This girl right here, she can do some kind of stage performances behind that bar. I have seen her throw accents.
Yeah, I love accents.
Seen her do just random jokes that I was like are hilarious. I've seen her sing some little ditty for people. Like, this girl is a star. And
Thank you.
I hope one day she can tell the restaurants to kiss her bumper.
Me too.
And takes me to a red carpet.
We'll see. I actually, I love doing the accents, and then also like the material, like meeting all new people from out of town, you know, people from different parts of the country. You get a lot of, I don't know, you just pick up on a lot of different stuff, and it's so great. Like the takeaway is so great from that.
I think my favorite might be your British accent.
Oh man, I'm a little rusty on the British accent, but we work with a British coworker, and I was messing with her one day, and we have to answer the phone to do to-go orders. And so we're working together on the shift, and I'm hearing Kat, hi Kat, hearing her answer the phone, and you know, she's in the weeds. She's got to make a couple drinks. Now she's got to answer this phone. She's like, well, thank you for calling Copper Canyon. This is Catherine. How may I assist you? Meatloaf, great. Mashed potatoes, great. Green beans, okay. And so then I'm just like, well, I'm a little bored. I'm not in the weeds, you know, help her out a little bit. But then now I start answering the phone. I'm like, thank you for calling Copper Canyon. This is Vanessa. How may I assist you? And so she's looking at me like, what the hell are you doing? And then afterwards, I'm like, Kat, I'm just going to do a fun experiment and just be you on the phone. No one will know the difference. And so I got to practice with her, and she's real life, you know, from Britain. So she can tell me if I suck or not.
Vanessa's hilarious. I actually have a habit of calling her Tina because she reminds me a lot of Tina Fey. Even like when she makes certain faces, I'm like, oh my God, you're giving me such Tina Fey vibes, and I love it.
So funny. We're like in the weeds, and Mars is at Serves Bar, and I'm serving, like trying to get my drinks, and all I hear is, Tina! Tina! And I'm like, who is Tina? Who is Tina? And then all these people are like, who's Tina? Why isn't Tina answering her? I'm like, because my name's not Tina. My name is Vanessa.
How many years have I been calling you that just randomly?
Since we've known each other, so like 8 years, yeah. Or
well, I'm gonna say you used to wear glasses, so like it even brought the Tina Fey a little more into it.
Yeah, the black frames. God. She was blowing up with the black frames, so.
Oh God, good times. Okay, so has there ever been a time that you had to put your foot down for a role versus going into the restaurant?
I don't remember there being a time where it didn't work out. Also have to say, like, my stuff wasn't blowing up, so like I didn't ever have like representation or anything, but I always was able to like make it work. And I think a part of that was how I did my like schedule. So I made myself like always available on certain times of the day so that I could go to an audition. Maybe if I had enough warning, I got an email like a week beforehand, like, hey, we want you to come audition to understudy, to do, audition for the swing position, can you make it? You can also like schedule your own appointments too. So if you have enough warning, I would say I did not go to some auditions because like I didn't have enough warning. So I would just miss out on those. But, there just came a time where we were moving, my fiance and I, and it was just like, man, I need to buckle down and go full grind on this bartending gig and save some money. And, it was worth it for sure. But now that the pandemic has come around and slowed us down, I feel like it's kind of made us stop and reevaluate and think about like what's important. So in a way, it's been kind of great for that mentally. So we'll see what happens in the future. Can't really let go of those dreams or interests, really, like what makes
Follow
you happy.
your dreams, guys.
Yeah.
Follow your dreams. Like life is this big journey, and sometimes you're going to get a detour here and there, but stick to. I'm getting real cheesy on this. I already know I'm a little lit, so we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you, Vanessa, for coming on this show, honey. I love you so much.
Thank you for inviting me. Hope to be back. More fun.
I'll say anytime. Folks, remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow Lockdown Lounge on Facebook and Instagram. Drink responsibly. We love you. And we'll see you next time.
Down. This is the Lockdown Lounge.
So I'm gonna have this convo with my good friend Vanessa. Stop. Tuna, take all of that out. We're gonna start all over. Jesus. God damn it.
The beauty of editing.
Right? Oh, he makes fun of me. He always has a lot of bloopers. Like if we do a whole blooper reel, it'd be hilarious. Like sometimes it's the dog, sometimes it's the kids. Focus. Okay, I'm a little lit. That's why I'm like focus.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, ah!
All right.
The coffee is like, ah!
It's my eyes for me. I already know that they're like
closing up.
Oh God. Okay. All right. And this is Lockdown Lounge, last call, where we have those little conversations that people like to have at happy hour. I just winked twice. I'm not gonna do that again. Sorry.
I know, but I am a little drunk. So.
I'm like, I gotta focus. Okay.